guess what? He's got a controller, finally. Lost the old controller, which makes it very difficult to play games like this or Okami or something like that, because they weren't really designed with mouse and keyboard in mind. And this game in particular is a fucking awful port. Like, the controller doesn't work on some menus. Even though it was designed for a controller originally. It's just one of those very bad PC ports. So, now, finally, we can play some video games again. And by play some video games, I mean do this for a while. Because Mr. Cage, David, as we call him, has some issues with a lot of fucking filler in his video games. Because it's more immersive. You get to see the characters in their daily lives, and you are more invested in them because you saw them take a shit in the morning before they went on to actually, like, do anything productive with their lives. Realistically, could we just cut all of this out and get basically the same experience? Yes, but I'll remind you that this is a video game, so it would be like 3 hours long if we cut out all the tedious busy work David put in. Basically, here's how it goes. David really just wants to make movies. So what he does is he makes a movie and then torturously inserts a video game into the movie, kicking and screaming. And that's basically how it goes. Now, why doesn't Mr. Cage just make movies instead? Because he's a hack. He wouldn't be able to make movies because they'd be terrible. Right? Like, his games are not very good. Right? Like, the best one is probably Heavy Rain. But it's also kind of bad at the same time. But that's also, like, that's the entire point of David Cage games, is they're bad. We all, like, know they're bad. They always get, like, good reviews when they first come out, but then as time goes by, people's opinion of the game slowly goes down and down and down as you think about it and realize how stupid it is. Right? People fucking loved Heavy Rain when that game came out, but, like, as time went by, people regarded it lower and lower. And Beyond Two Souls was always bad. Beyond Two Souls was terrible. In that game, like, you might think the QTEs are stupid in this game with the fucking Simon Says minigame attached to them. Well, with Beyond Two Souls, here's what happened. David went, you know, people don't really like QTEs very much. So what if we just obfuscate the QTEs a little bit more and, like, pretend they aren't there? By that I mean, they don't have on-screen prompts. Unless you're playing on, like, easy setting because you're a baby. The idea was that you're meant to intuit which direction to push the stick, based on what's happening on screen. What that basically equated to was, whichever way the actor on screen is moving, you push towards that quadrant of the screen. So if they're punching left, you push left, because that's where they're swinging. Now, the thing is, though, that's great with a really obvious motion like that, or if you're trying to jump over something, fair enough. But if it's like the other guy is just kind of coming at you, right? What do you do? And you're just kind of like there, ready for him, and he's just like coming at you. What way do you push, right? So David thought, I know, if we just pretend we don't have QuickTime events, people will like it more. That didn't really work. Beyond Two Souls was also fucking stupid as hell. It was awful.
Welcome to Las Vegas for tonight's match between terrible Tyler Miles and killer Carla Valenti.
Oh yeah, and who's always kicking out the crap about me acting like a kid all the time?
So, I'm gonna keep complaining about David while this is happening, right? Mostly because I want to complain about, Detroit Become Human, right? Because it's got, like, the clearest example of Mr. Cage undermining his own fucking plot as much as possible. So I'm gonna spoil part of the ending here. I'm gonna spoil something for Kara's, storyline. Like, skip to past the fight or something, I'll be done with it by then. But, like, the whole thing about Kara's storyline is, right, that she kills the fucking worthless sack of shit, right, and then goes on the run with the kid. So, Kara's plotline is basically like, can an android care for a human, basically, is, like, the gist of the theme. But then, like, David can't help himself, right? He's like fucking M. Night Shyamalan. He's gotta have a twist in there, just for the sake of having a twist. So towards the end of the game, it turns out the little girl is also an android. So, the whole plot for Kara is completely undermined at that point, right? Because then it's just like, can an android care for an android? Yes, they fucking can. We see it happen all the time. So that's stupid. And then it's also just like, well, alright, so what about the dude? So he's a fucking deadbeat drug addict, right? Who can't pay his own fucking bills. And what does he decide to do? He decides to buy 2 androids to beat the shit out of. For no particular reason other than he just wants to. He just bought 2 androids to beat up. When he can't, like, pay his own bills and he's, like, addicted to drugs and shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But David can't help himself. He's gotta put the twist in there just for the sake of having a twist in there. So, that's why I'm upset with David Cage right now. There's plot holes all over his games, but, like, that one just, like, completely undermines the entire fucking story. At least for Kara, anyway, because her story is kind of completely detached. And it just sort of gets wrapped up. We'll stop talking about that now, anyway. We're playing a different game. No, I really don't, Tyler.
No, I'm done. I'm gonna grab a shower and get back to work.
It's quite surprising how agile they are. I bet you didn't expect Tyler to be able to do cartwheels and shit, did you?
I just feel like there's a piece of the puzzle missing.
You're busting your head for nothing. The guy's a psycho. End of story.
Yeah, maybe. I just want to find him and make sure he never does it again.
We'll get it. Guy who leaves that much evidence behind on a murder one, he's gonna slip up somewhere.
I hope it's that simple, Tyler. I really do.
Nah, shit gets crazy.
10 years. 10 years since my parents were killed in a car accident. I've never completely recovered from losing them. You never really get over something like that. Considering all that's been happening to me lately, I thought maybe I should go and meditate at
The cinematic camera angles are great if the player feels like cooperating with you, but I'm a very antagonistic person. So this is one of the worst chapters in the game, and you'll see why soon enough. It's mercifully short, but it's very tedious. Oh, picked up a bonus by accident because I thought that was the way to go. It's actually this one, isn't it? The camera is unwieldy as hell.
I'm happy that you could come.
Murderer? The plaque is weirdly detailed compared to everything else. See?
Lucas, come on, Lucas, come and play. You can't spend your whole life just sitting in the corner. Lucas.
So, cursor's a little bit visible. Let's get that out of there.
Lucas, you coming?
You didn't see this coming, did you?
I don't want to, Marcus. Leave me alone.
Fucking nerd. Look at what a nerd Marcus was.
Always out by
Nerd.
yourself. You never talk to anyone. You never play with anyone. I'm starting to think maybe you're crazy.
Notice how bad these models are, because they only get used like twice in the entire game.
Come on, do me a favor. Just play with everybody this one time.
How about hide and seek? We could go play in Hangar 4.
No way. You know we're not allowed to play in there.
Who cares? We can get in through that hole in the fence, like last time. Nobody will see us. We can get inside the hangar from the back door.
Good idea. Let's do it.
Are you coming with us, Lucas?
No, I want to sit here in angst for no particular reason. But wait. So now... Oh, no. Turns out Lucas was always psychic. It wasn't just because of the possession business. So, this is why it's the worst section of the game. This is very commonplace at the time where we just shove a forced stealth section into a video game for no particular reason other than just we felt like it. And it's just really tedious and really slow. And we do this again later also. We have another flashback doing this whole thing. But it's just really tedious. And the game's not made for it. So it just gets, it's really annoying, like really fast. So you look at that mini-map that we've got now, right? And your first inclination might be, oh, well, I should follow this line. Look how detailed this is. So you go over here. But then, kinda can't see fucking anything, can I, David? Oh, God, oh, shit, all this stuff's in the way. Can I rotate the camera to see a little bit past the wall? No, not really. And then you just kind of bump into one of the guards as they cross over. And you can't see shit. You actually just kind of run across the road over there. This actually ends up being slower to follow the line. Because you have to wait for them to split up again. And then they see you even if they're not really looking at you, as you can see. Look, oh, now you gotta climb the fence again. Because, why the fuck not, basically. Can you please keep running, Lucas? I'm not letting go of the button. He just stops every now and then. Maybe if I hold it with more vigor, that'll make him run faster. So yeah, the line basically lies to you. Up, up, come on. And why did David put the scene in here? Basically, he just wanted to. He just wanted to have, like, the Area 51 base in his game. So, what we can just do instead is just, like, run straight across the road, like so. And it's, a lot easier. The guards also have stopped moving, which is very convenient, because you notice they aren't moving at all this time. They just hide in the ditch. Look at that. Great. By the way, you can't run right now. Believe me, I've been trying. This is the best you got, because we're sneaking right now. I've accidentally pushed that button. And we're in. It does mercifully checkpoint you right here. Oh, don't miss the truck. Don't miss the truck. Come on. You can do it. Oh. No, no. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. You know, so the fucking guard sees a fucking, like, 7-year-old over here. He's like, don't move or I'll shoot. What's the fucking 7-year-old gonna do? You know the guy lives on the base, almost certainly. Now we have to wait for the truck. Also, if we know the hangar's about to catch on fire, why don't we just tell the guards there's, like, some ne'er-do-wells hanging out in there? And then they'll deal with that. Now let's also sneak in. That's a much more sensible play, I think. So, now, the guy in this truck is also fucking blind, apparently. He, like, doesn't even matter. So we gotta kinda wait, and then dip in like this, because they got no peripheral vision. If you just keep following the truck thinking you can go around the back, no, you trip into another guard. So you just have to kind of wait and go through the middle of them. Well, those guards have started moving again after the checkpoint. Look at that, good for them. So now we're in, the stealth's over. We got a little bit more fucking around to do. Also, just step back, admire our handiwork. Yep, sure did open that hole. So now...
Lucas, what are you doing here? I thought you didn't want to play.
Get out of here now, Marcus. The hangar's going to explode.
Huh? How can the...
Don't ask any questions, Marcus. Get out now. It's about to explode. I'll keep looking for the others.
Sure, whatever. Sounds good. So now, it was urgent before, allegedly, but now it's really fucking extra urgent and the timer kicks in. So we gotta go look for all the kids. I know where all the kids are. This guy kind of gets given away by the flashback.
Bug off, Lucas. You're going to give me away.
The hangar's going to explode. You gotta get out of here right now.
What kind of crap is this? You get out of here and stop trying to ruin the game.
You are going to get out of the hangar right now. I'm not kidding.
Shh, Lucas, you're a total nutcase.
Fine, whatever. You know, there's the fire over there. Can you kind of not fucking see it or hear it or anything? You know, man, no. Alright. So let's save the stupidest kid for last. So instead, we're gonna go upstairs and talk to the less stupid kid. Because none of them can apparently notice that the hangar is on fucking fire. So this dude is hiding over here.
What are you doing here, Lucas?
The game's over. Everybody's gone. You can come out now.
Oh, that's just great. Why didn't anybody tell me?
Because no one really likes you. So, presumably they come out like, oh fuck, fire! No, they aren't. So here's the really stupid one. Because this guy is directly adjacent to the fire, right? Like, the fire is over here, right? Quite noticeable, as you might see. This asshole's just in here.
What are you doing here, Lucas? Get out. Nobody wants to play with you.
You need to get out of here, Kurt. The hangar's gonna blow.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a retard, Lucas.
Said the guy who can't see the fucking fire.
You gotta listen to me. There's gonna be a fire. You
There
need to
is a
get out of here
fire
right
right
now.
now.
Go on, beat it. Before I break your face, you jerk.
Because he's just that fucking stupid, so the correct
Your
answer
mother
is
sent me to
lie.
find you. I'm gonna go and tell her that you're messing around in here.
What? My mom? You say one word to her and you're dead meat. I'll deal with you later, freak.
Oh fuck, it is on fire! They're really fucking stupid. And then we're done. Hooray, we saved them all.
Lucas, are you hurt?
No, just a few scratches.
Look at that hair. Oh, fantastic.
I managed to warn them in time. They all got out.
How did you know it was going to happen, Lucas?
I'm psychic.
I saw it before it happened. Don't ask me how.
You know they'll never believe that.
I know.
Lucas? Are you alright, Lucas?
Well, I like how the eyes are just mirrored with the light and
Can you hear me?
everything.
I did a little checking around, without giving your name, obviously. I was told about a person who is familiar with, let's say, unusual phenomena. I think that maybe she could help you. Here, this is her address.
Can you maybe write it in a legible font, though?
You know that I don't believe in any of this, Lucas, but I sincerely hope that she can give you some kind of answer.
I hope so too.
I like how accepting our brother is of us just murdering someone, though. It's very nice of him. So, let's go over to Tyler first, because Tyler's next section is fucking awesome. You're gonna love it.
So, how's that restaurant murder case coming along?
We've got a few leads, but no suspects for the moment. There's some troubling elements about this case.
We know it probably wasn't premeditated, and it wasn't done for money.
What's your theory?
Well, look at that computer.
Well, some of the elements match the MO of a psycho. You know, he left prints and blood everywhere, let himself be seen by witnesses. Man, he practically left his name and address.
Hold on. So, we've got a few leads, but no suspects. Follow that up with, the dude left so many fucking clues, he practically left his name and address. So the chief's like, must be like, well, what the fuck is it then?
You know,
No, he's
the
actually
guys who
perfectly
God
accepting of
force,
that.
Telling them to kill somebody. That would explain the non-premeditated part.
Do you think there's much chance he'll kill again?
I don't think so. He must be really scared by now. He knows he got lucky this time. But next time, he can't count on that. I think he's gonna go into hiding. We're not gonna hear from this guy for a while.
I want this nut job behind bars ASAP. Do whatever you have to do.
So, what's the plan now?
Check the local hospitals to see if they've had any men with knife wounds in. Check with all the psycho wards to see if they've got any ex-patients out on the streets who might have been capable of something like this.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, book we found under the table. Garrett left it on your desk. See if you can make anything of it.
Okay, I'll get on all that stuff right away. What are you gonna work on?
There's something that I need to verify.
You're gonna love this.
Carla asked me to see what I could find out about the book we found in the diner. It might be able to tell us something about the killer. I inquired in the office, and I ended up in a bookshop specializing in old books run by a guy named Takeo.
You might notice the subtitles are pretty inconsistent on whether or not they actually want to show up as well, which is cool. So let's talk to this guy.
Yo. Excuse me?
Oh, I am sorry to cause waiting on you. Your presence here brings honor to my miserable shop. My name is Takeo.
David!
Tell me what I can do to make
Oh,
you
fuck.
happy.
He's basically just thinking, man, this guy's crazy, if you get that
I was
right.
digging around in my closet, and I found this old book. Thought it might be worth something.
Unhappily, I am but a worthless well of ignorance. My tiny expertise extend wholly to books I serve here.
Can you just take a look at it? You must have seen books like this one before.
Many times, yes. I very sad to say, no can be helping you.
David!
Thanks anyway. At least I tried.
Well, out we go. Nope. Too easy.
Maybe there is something I can do for you. One client ordered very rare book. Since this morning, I look for it, but impossible to find. You find this book, and I tell you all you want to know.
So, what does it look like, this book you want?
Easy. It from same collection as this one.
Okay, I ought to be able to handle that.
You want to
Bring
tell me the
back
title of the book?
sacred diamond of the old sage of the mountain, and he will give you the magic talisman. Oh, man. What am I, in a video game?
Could maybe tell us the title of the book. That might help. But no. No. So here's what you do. It kind of gives it away by looking at everything. First, though... Oh, no, it does have us look at this first. So we look at this, we go, alright. De Grutola is the name on the book. Great. But we can also look at Lucas's book. William Shakespeare. The Tempest. I see. Nonsense. But... going far enough. Oh, looky here. It's a clue.
There's something handwritten in pencil here. To my brother for his 18th birthday, MK. Interesting.
No one actually does shit like this, but you know, that's cool. Notice how also the fucking police never thought, maybe I should look inside the book. No. And look at this, to this degree. Oh, maybe I should look inside the book that we found. No.
A torn piece of paper. Looks like a computer printout of a bunch of numbers. Fell out of the book. Must have been a bookmark. I'll check it out at the office.
Fucking incredible police force we got around here. So, we saw De Grutola, so then we come up here, we look in this book, we look in this book, and then we see De Grutola 1796. So we go, okay. Now we go over to the other book again, all the way over here, and it tells us 1796, De Grutola is 3rd floor, and it's that color. What color is that? Fuck if I know. That's not my area. But I do know we just go up to the 3rd floor. all the way over here, all the way up here, and the book's just hanging out over here. Doesn't matter where you go in the section.
If the book you're looking for isn't here, then it doesn't exist.
To my knowledge, it doesn't matter which shelf you actually pick anyway. I think it's just the color of the lights that make the difference. Then we come all the way back down again. And you might be inclined to think you should check it by the the first table. No. You just come over and show it to the dude.
Okay, here's your book.
Oh, great. You found it. Thanks, dude. What do you want to know about that book?
Is it just me, or did you lose your accent?
Oh, yeah. That's for the customers. They love that wise old Japanese master stuff. I was born in Brooklyn.
See, you were stupid for thinking it was
In
racist.
Long Island.
David got ya.
I'm more American
Smart
than
guy,
you
that
are.
David.
Can you tell me anything about the book?
Yes, a nice edition. Leather cover. Looks like one in the Shakespeare series, published by Lamarck and Everett, 1884.
Could have just Googled it, but you
Yo,
know.
thanks for your help.
Great talk.
No problem. Come by again, okay?
So you might be thinking, what was the fucking point of all of this if we were going to go through all that and only get to ask 2 questions, one of which we will almost certainly spend on the accent? David just kind of felt like he might want to have a detective-like minigame in here. And the police department are too stupid to look inside the
Far
book
back
they
as I
found from
can
the killer.
remember, I've been frightened by small spaces. Whenever I'm in a small, confined place, I start to panic. I have trouble breathing, and I need to get out right away.
I love when the collectible is in the cutscene.
You've heard the name. Claustrophobia. Well, I had decided not to let my fear control me. I decided to try and fight
No.
every chance I got. I'm going to stay calm. Everything is going to be fine. I'm going to breathe deeply and walk without stopping until I find the computer terminal.
In we go. No, how foolish of me.